Morning people, part 7 of the camper trailer build. Huge learning curve this morning. So about 9 o'clock I mixed up some 5-in-1, 300 mils, so 250 of this, 50 of the hardener in the cups, and double cup it, and there's my first lot. Rolled this front panel on. And I've done this one because I'm not too stressed about this panel. It's a practice panel. I need it to adhere and be strong, but I'm not overly bothered about the look because I am prepared to paint it if need be, if it doesn't look fantastic. And I don't think it does already because there's a black line through there which you can't see, couldn't see in the ply earlier, but it's highlighted with the epoxy soaking into it. That's maybe a tongue mark off a forklift, something like that. And when you buy your sheets from the hardware store, people, you can't see a lot of this stuff. The light in the hardware store, and they're stacked on top of each other on shelves, been put on with forklifts. It's a bit difficult to find some really nice pieces. And this stuff highlights everything. I've got a few. Okay, so I did the first lot, as I say down there, just like somebody left some advice. Just leave it when it's all tacky, my gloves, and take it all off. Just leave it till it goes hard tomorrow. Then put it in the trash. Second lot, I mixed up 600. So 500 of this and 100 of the hardener. Put the cloth on. Just held the cloth at the top with a little set of crocodile grips, and then wet it all in. Now, I think what I've bought off the internet is this cloth. 10 meters of this by a meter is just really, really thick, too heavy. So it gave me a lot of trouble. When I put it on. I've mixed up the resin, and rather than try and, no way you'd paint it on, I rolled over it first time, and then I've used this spatula, some wallpapering smoother. I'm a plasterer by trade, and I've done a lot of painting and decorating as well in my years of renovating, and I was literally troweling resin as hard as I could through this mesh, which I believe is too thick. I've got a few little white marks, which they're the only things concerning me, and I've pushed and pushed and pushed, and when I've gone over it, there's no air behind them. I just hope there's no air releasing from the timber, from the ply back under the cloth, because I would hate to have to pull it off. I know I'm going to have to. I did envisage rolling round the corners where I'm going to have my beads on it in the end, but it's just really thick. This one was hard, and I'd got a reasonable round. This one was difficult, reasonable round here, and of course the fillets on the underside. So I've gone over and up, and I've pushed and pushed and pushed with the brush along that line. There's a few lines in the glass and the cloth. That's just the quality of the cloth come on the internet. Obviously not nowhere near horses for courses. I suppose you can get really good quality stuff and average quality stuff, and I think that's too thick and was folded. Didn't come in a metre long. They'd folded it so it's got 2 creases in it that I've had to push out. That could have been one of the creases. I don't know how they've packaged it. It come in a plastic bag from wherever, and not really good enough. But I'm not stressing too much about this. As long as it takes and goes hard and sticks, I'm willing to paint this front end. I'm building the big tongue box. There's the base, that's form ply. That's going to be screwed down to a couple of bars I'm going to have welded across here, and I'm going to build the fridge box. Is going to be about 800 high, 2.5 feet. nearly 900, nearly 3 feet, 800. Yep, just 4 inches short. And I'm hoping to have a bit of a curved top on it, or curved corners with 4mm ply. As long as I can get some nice ply on that, that will come up this sort of height and cover most of that. So if I have to paint that with a stone guard black or something, I don't mind. I really don't mind doing that. As long as my pop top that will start up here is in timber, and this big box is in timber, and I can make a reasonable job of these sides, then I'll be pretty happy. Now, oh yeah, the hatch, there's the kitchen hatch. It's all sanded off. I put fillets in this corner. That's the white filler you can get to put in them, not sawdust. That's gone absolutely rock hard. I'm amazed how hard this stuff goes. Really am, it's incredible. Put some of the insulation around. They go all the way down. That was the other evening, I was doing that. Put all them in. So I get my Peroni bottle out of the way. They're not sponsoring it, so they're not going in it. This will be my bed. That section up there I've left out of the bed floor because that's above the kitchen, and I want to get the big long kitchen sliders screwed in all the way back before. I don't want to crawl through the little hole to try and do it, so I'll do it from the top as well when I make the drawer up. So this will be the front part of the bed, and this is the bit I'll have. I'm going to put this on a hinge on that there, and some gas struts just to lift this with the mattresses on, and this will be the storage. As I've said before, battery will be in that back box, these front two are storage, and that bin under there has got the spare in it. So that will sit like that. Doesn't matter if it's got a few little holes. This is a 1200 sheet, and that up the end will be 600, so actually this is a bit less than 1200. Got a couple of little gaps, but that's good for airflow under the mattress, I believe. A lot of the beds are slatted, so I don't think a few little gaps like that will matter if I can put it on the hinges and gas struts. I brought it in a couple of inches off the side, 38mm, and then my tongue and groove can come down about 10mm, 8mm out maybe. Got a little bit of wiring to get done before I do that, so I'm not too pushy about that. Bit more insulation to come around here. Fly screen door to have made. It's a window size fly screen, so it won't have any hinges or anything on it. It will just be a panel that I'll pull along. What else did I do? No, in the bottom section I got my face on my drawer. I'm just going to fill the holes and paint this in a stone guard or rubber guard sort of thing. Put just a rope handle through here to pull in and out. I gave it a coat of boat varnish in the inside just to protect it a bit, and on the tops. So that just slides in there. That's on them blue sliders. They're a lot cheaper than hinges. That's about 1200 deep. They're about 20 bucks for them two, and that slides fairly easy on that. One hand, no problem. Big bin there. That misses, folds up, locks that away. So a bit of progress. Can't believe this fiberglass. Just ordered it, didn't check I think cloth comes in ounces, which is an old measurement. The Americans might understand, I don't understand it, but it's just, I just know it's thick. So be aware of that if you order stuff online, eBay and places like that. This come good. I ordered that online. That was good. It's been magic so far. Well, it certainly has with the fillets. This is the first sheet I've done. So I had one coat this morning, and then the coat on top of that. I don't know. I think I might leave it overnight. Make sure see how these air bubbles go, and then give it a light sand, and then give it a thicker coat tomorrow and see how it is. If I don't need to give it another coat and it's not good enough and I'm going to paint it, which I probably am because of that black line, then I don't need to give it another coat. I'll just sand it down and give it coat of paint later. Alright, that's part 7. Bye for now.